This will help making this G8, I have no idea. Yep.
Welcome back. Please like and subscribe down below and follow me at all my social medias that'll be listed at the top of the screen. Hi and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me for the second video in my wedding planning series, and thank you to anyone that was able to watch the first video in the wedding planning series. I truly appreciate it. Today's video is going to be an overview of 5 tips and tricks that I have learned that you can do right at the start of an engagement. During all of the excitement, it is a little much to begin in-depth planning, so these are just some simple tricks that you can do in order to get the ball rolling on your wedding planning. Tip number 1, pick a season, not a date. I did not do this, and I now looking back realize that it was kind of foolish to have picked a date without talking to venues. Picking a season will make talking to venues and talking to your church a lot easier because you don't know what's already been chosen, especially if you are getting married within the year or within a year and a half of when you get engaged. Things have already started to be booked. Usually they are booked about a year and a half out, if not more, depending on the venue. So by picking a season, you eliminate the disappointment if that specific date that you were hoping for is not available. Tip number 2, I suggest sitting down as a couple, just the two of you, and deciding an overall idea for your wedding. I wish my fiance and I would have done this because at the start of that we were so excited, which is great because you should be excited, but we were so excited that we actually spent a little bit more time discussing plans with our family and our friends without talking to each other first. So without talking to each other first, we led to some unnecessary arguments of what we wanted the wedding to be like in the end. And in the end, we ended up agreeing on or compromising on everything to create a wedding that we're both going to enjoy this fall. Tip number 3, creating a wedding email. And this one for me was a game changer. I highly recommend creating an email with your first name and married name in order to keep all of the wedding vendor and venue documents separate. This makes it so much easier than having to go through all of your junk mail and coupons that you get to your normal email every day. And it also sets you up for an email that you can use once married. So anywhere that you're using for registries or anything like that, we'll be able to send you coupons and deals once you're married, especially on items that you may now want because of things you put on your registry. Tip number 4, I highly recommend creating a Pinterest board to hold all of the ideas that you and your fiance come up with together. This will help when you are trying to explain ideas and the look of the wedding you're going for to family, friends, as well as vendors and venues. I personally have used my Pinterest board and taken the pictures directly from that board in order to show our florist, as well as our photographers, as well as the venue itself. By doing this, you are able to create an overall look to your wedding without any miscommunications. I highly, highly recommend this. My 5th and final tip for today is going to be to create a hub of information. Create a location where you can keep all of your documents and all of your ideas in one central location. By doing this, you will not have to scramble or worry about losing important documents, and you'll also have all of those ideas that you wish to tell the venues about at the tip of your fingers. This is something that I did, and I will be going into an in-depth video of how I personally collected and organized all of my information, but this is something that I did that has created a peacefulness to my planning. By doing this, I have had no issues with losing any documents, and if anyone has any questions for me about what another venue said or what another vendor said, I have all of that in one simple location. This was truly one of the best ideas that I made at the start, and I personally use an iPad Pro, which I will be discussing in a future video, and by using that specific device, it created such an easy way for me to do this. As I said at the start of this video, these are just some really basic concepts that you can start with when you first get engaged. I didn't want to overwhelm anyone because I know at the start of my engagement, I was rather overwhelmed because you don't realize how much goes into a wedding. This is supposed to be a really enjoyable time for you, and if I can help make that a little bit easier just by giving my own experiences, I would love to do so. I will be going more into depth on each of these tips in future videos, but I just wanted to give you a little bit of information right off the bat. If there's any of these tips or tricks that you would like to know more information on, please leave a comment down below and I'll make sure that I get back to those in future videos. Also, I would love if you'd be able to like and subscribe to this channel. I really appreciate you coming to join me for another episode, and I cannot wait to make my next video. Thank you so much. As always, thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe.